and say, yeah, really keep you on your toes.
Yeah, that's the thing about Mtkat. He does have a lot of factors that he can rely to. Basically everyone with a sword is something that he can pull up at any moment. I was expecting a power, not gonna lie, but he might have better.
So at the moment, just getting the little movement practice in. Say, we don't need button checks. I'll just practice it in the game. And Mtkat zipping all over the place with Joker, even getting a little gunshot out of disadvantage. I love those little optimizations. Yes, it's only going to do about 3%, but you landed a hit that most people wouldn't have. And that's one of my favorite things to see. So a lot of jumping nairs a little bit from Mtkat, but it's one of those few Joker Arsene moves that isn't like the most threatening in the world. Instead of super boosting the power, it just adds like an extra hit on the end to make it slightly more active. But the pace is fully being controlled right now by Mr. F, who's going off stage, then opts for the Flare Blade instead. But the thing about those tether recovery characters is they don't have to get two-framed if they don't want to. They can just hang down below. Flare Blade is going to be attempted again. Nevertheless, look, I don't care if you've got a grappling hook. I want to land this move. This is what Roy does. He doesn't go off stage because he might die. I hit you on your way back.
This is actually the second Arsene that Mtkat got doing this stuff.
Yeah, this one might be a little more useful, though. No, it is not. It's actively worse. Getting caught out by the Roy up air. I truly believe Mtkat had just found the back air and brought us to second stock already, but no, went the other way. And Mr. F, can you get some extra credit? No, you cannot. Just swing the sword for a little bit. Keep the pace active, even when nobody's actively engaging with you. Oh, the gunshot, though, actively breaking Roy's momentum there. Was probably getting ready to swing, but then suddenly you're just stuck in the air with no purpose after getting shot. And now attempting the down air, so that would have sent Roy further away. Potentially to set up maybe a Rebel's Guard situation where if Roy is forced to recover, Joker can just kind of down B and get in the way of it. And especially when Arsene's around, instead of it building up your gauge, it'll instead just kill, which is nice. Is there going to be a recovery force? Goes for a down air instead. Wise play, but a good air dodge to ledge kept Mr. F alive. Oh, backer.
Mtkat takes the lead after a start of the game that wasn't looking so bright.
Yeah, he's just taking it slow and steady. Like, I barely even noticed the point where he had taken the lead. But Arsene will allow for those situations if you just play patient and don't run into forward smashes in center stage.
Those American air ducks are coming
Yeah.
out from Mtkat, so gotta be a little bit more aware of that. Yeah, he's going to wait with a very charged and the best in the whole cast.
Yeah, that's one way to make sure you don't have to deal with Arsene. Just delete him at silly o'clock so that it never spawns in the first place. If you can wait at Arsene, you might win, but instead the runoff down air immediately seals the deal for Mtkat. Arsene spawned and the next hit killed. Simple as that.
Yeah, and Mtkat takes game number 1 in a very, I would say a little dicey type of game, but to work, do the work, and at the end of the day, whatever does the work is good, right? So.
Yep. You know, you can go up to the TO and say 3-0, but it was close. But how close it was ultimately doesn't matter. It's whatever the result screen said, and the result screen said Joker's in his van, running along with his mates. Okay, well, a good start for Mr. F. Nevertheless, this is how it kind of got going in game 1, but Mtkat yet to get anything until back air to dash attack. Stuck off stage for a momentary second, but they are just getting in close to one another and scrapping. Love the idea, at least for the double edge dance, but also cancelling it the moment it became clear that this wasn't going to work. So Mr. F is playing super safe, sticking to the center of the stage, and Arsene's meter is just about to run out. So you take one back air and now you get to fight without it. And Mtkat, I haven't necessarily seen any of the super technical vanilla Joker stuff yet. I haven't been seeing any drag downs with up air. We haven't had much opportunity to yet, of course, especially on a fast faller like Roy, but ultimately it does seem so far like Mtkat is the type of player who kind of needs Arsene to find those big openings with Joker. The vanilla Joker has just been, you know, hanging about, waiting for his buddy to come back. But there we go, staying so close to the ledge there with the jumping around just to make it feel like he wasn't going to go off for that back air. But eventually at the last minute swung and did it, gets forward air now, so we're both on 2-2.
With the Joker, that is a character that kind of gives you the feeling that is, you know, falling down the meta, falling down the tier list. It's definitely not easy in its, you know, in its past glory when starting the game. And it gives you the sensation that there is no much more room to go with the character, you know? At least for me.
Yeah, it's one where MKLeo has started using Joker again, but the results haven't reflected it. I feel like he's going to make a comeback. Watch the Throne, or Port Priority, I'm calling it. We should finally see a Joker run come out again, but for now, Arsene's counter is going to make things extra dangerous for Mr. F. He does drift back to center stage, though, and avoids all the attacks, so Arsene is now gone. And of course, the vanilla down air wasn't going to be too dangerous there. Roy's back air, putting Mr. F in the lead. Mtkat now on his final stop for game 2. And to say again that this is Seed 1 versus Seed 5 in the pool, super close, super competitive. You would not think they were that far apart in projections. Naturally, this is not Mtkat's traditional main. When we see the Palu, I'm expecting to see the Source. But in the Roy matchup, I respect the Joker pick, and it's working well enough. If you can get this kill ideally without Arsene, it should mean you get to play the next stock entirely with it. It will appear a little bit sooner than that. Back air just barely not killing. Counter will do it easily, though. Roy was already on the left-hand side of Joker at that point, but Tetrakan was facing forward, so it will send you forward. That's the rule. I don't code the game. Now back in the lead, thanks to the curse of Aegon. Oh, no!
Reads the tech chase and actually gets a counter to the face. Didn't get a kill, though.
But now, fighting the way back to center stage, Arsene is gone once again, but Mtkat has, once again, you don't even notice when he just reclaims the lead. It just happens. That, maybe if you were a little closer, I could have seen a drag down up air into a down smash, but Mtkat will just keep using the standard aerials to try and close things out. You know, a drag downless Joker is rare to see these days, but it can certainly still win because you have everything you need on that character other than shield safety. Yeah, why drag down with up air when up air can just kill? And that's 2-0 up for Mtkat. These have felt so close that I don't feel like the score has reflected the pace of the action. 2-0 to Mtkat when both of them are such gradual comebacks. But fair play to him for having the mental resilience to pull that one off and getting a straight-up Arsene-less final stock situation there.
I do think that it is not very uncommon to see, you know, Joker players getting so many comebacks just to the way of, like the nature of Joker and Arsene combat mechanic and all of that. I would say it's a very common character to get comebacks. So, even though they might start losing, there's always a player that if that is in common, it's going to help you get that W, right?
Exactly, but that get-up attack is going to set up a Joker offstage scenario. And then, again, just the bonus gun. Forfeiting the chance to jump off for a back air as well, just to take the guaranteed 3% damage. Because eventually, the back air is going to find itself at kill percent. And Mtkat with the biggest lead we've seen from him thus far. Oh, ledge trump into footstool. Wait a minute, but goes straight for the second ledge trump. Not as much success on the second one. Double edge dance doesn't connect. Air dodge expended, but makes it back because Joker with Arsene can return from the depths of absolutely nowhere. And likewise, Roy, you really need to be ready on stage with the preparations, not so much loitering down below. Now just dwindling away at Roy's shield, but really not making any inward progress on it. That is one of the weaknesses of Vanilla Joker, just the lack of shield damage and shield safety. So Mr. F, once it's all dropped, it's just going to get in there with a string of forward airs, keep things going. Bit more extra damage before Arsene makes his appearance, which is going to happen now. Ooh. I mean, if the F smash connected, that was it. We were going to have a last stock situation, but can you get past Arsene from ledge? Yeah, he just aggressively double edge dance up into the skies, even picking the upward variant just to make Arsene waste a little bit more time landing, but the down gun is just enough to snuff out Roy's recovery. Yeah, waiting for the neutral get up so you could jab to back air. I see you, Mr. F. Mtkat is not going to give that one away quite so easily. Now, nice spot dodge in center stage just to mix up anything that Mr. F was going for. Mtkat, once again, he's barely in the lead, but it might be about to disappear potentially. Maybe this is just how all the games goes. Whoever is winning at the start of SOC 3 just gets a comeback completed on them out of nowhere. Well, Arsene has made his grand return and is swatting away at Roy within the air. Down smash sending not the way that Mtkat would have hoped, but it's still going to help. And again, round robin pools, so if Mr. F can get even a game, that would help because you've taken 2 games from the number 2 seed of this pool and 1, not quite 1, from the top seed of this. Mtkat makes it a 3-0 in the end, finally doing a drag down up air situation, only at the final interaction of the game, converts it into an up smash. We pretty much saw all of the games that Mtkat won. He got the final kill with Vanilla Joker, or at least the last 2 were entirely without Arsene. So, a shame for Mr. F that will go down in the scorebooks as a 3-0, because he fought so well all the way through, and I felt like he had kind of earned at least 1 to go on the scoreboard, but it doesn't. Mtkat, our top seed, with his secondary Joker, will be taking that one away. I'm sure he'll do at least 1 more set before the end of the stream today. But let's take a look at who it could possibly be that these will be facing off against, because, yeah, Mtkat got his win on Mr. F, Ghoul got his win on Mr. F, Bio got his win on Enzo, and then the remaining players have only lost. The only player to have 2 sets today is Mr. F. So wasn't able to get a win with either, but does have 2 games on Ghoul, which is pretty reputable. Might help in a tie-break scenario if you can get a win on someone like Enzo or Bio. But it looks like the one we are going to get next is Bio against Ghoul. So 3rd seed versus 2nd, but Ken versus Ike. I don't feel like I've ever seen that matchup before.
I've seen that before as well.
I'm excited to, though.
You don't get to see much Ken altogether, I feel.
Yeah, he's one of those where even at the start of the game you had to choose between him and Ryu or just someone who's not a Shoto, and then the game has only added more and more fighting game characters